Okay, what we have here today is the Honda EU6500i inverter generator. Now this unit is a very popular unit with DJs, sound and lighting guys, and all who like sound attenuated quiet generators. The unit is specifically designed to be quiet and fuel efficient with inverter technology, which means basically the sine wave that comes out of this generator is very clean. So if you have a sound system or a lighting system that requires clean power, this is the unit that you'd want to rent or purchase. Now, as we come to the front panel, we have a number of features on the generators that I'm going to just briefly discuss. If you come over here to the engine switch and turn it on, you have the eye monitor. Now the eye monitor has 4 features on it. The first one being the number of hours. So you can see a 7 here, which means it's been run for 7 hours. If you go to number 2 tells you the output of the generator. So however many watts that you are pulling when you're running this generator, it will show up here and it will tell you if you're overloading or if you're being close to overloading. Now, number 3 is the RPM, which usually runs at 3600 RPM, and number 4 is the voltage, which usually 12. Another feature that the iMonitor will show you are error codes. If for whatever reason you have an error code, it will show up, and at that point you'd want to take it to a Honda dealer, and a technician will be able to tell you if there's any kind of problems. Next to the engine switch, you got a fuel valve, which is on and off to the right. You also have a feature called Eco Throttle, which means when the Eco Throttle is on, it's a fuel saver. What it does is it lowers the RPM as you're running it. If you cut the power for whatever reason on the items that you're running, the Eco Throttle will bring the RPMs down to save you fuel. Now, as we continue on the control panel, you have a 30 amp twist lock outlet, 2 20 amp 120 volt outlets, and a 120/240 outlet. Now, depending on the type of power you're pulling, if you're using 220 volts, you'd want to go to the outlet on the right, and it basically gives you about 20 amps at 220 voltage. Now if you want to pull the maximum power from the unit, which is approximately 40 to 45 amps, you'd want to use the 220 outlets or the 30 amp outlet in combination with one of the 20. They're all protected by their own circuit breaker, which are right on top. Now, another way you can harness the power, besides using the single 120 volt outlets, they make what's called a 30 amp twist lock distro box. And what you do is you take the 30 amp twist lock, position it into the outlet, and then you have 2 more courtesy outlets as you see here. Now this you'd want to do if you decided that you needed more outlets at 120 volt range. So it would give you 2 here and then 2 on a box. As you come down on the generator, you'll see a voltage selector switch. Now most people keep it in the 120 volt range. If you decided that you needed 240 volts, you'd switch it to the right. Now this is the front panel of the generator. For those people that use them in a tight enclosure, such as a food truck, which they're really popular on, you'd want to make sure that the front of the generator has as much space as possible. because the air inlet for the generator is located inside this box behind the battery. The more fresh air the unit gets, the better off it is. You'd want to try to keep as much fresh air not only in front, but also on the four sides of the generator, because fresh air coming in is very important to the generator. Now, as we come along the side, we're going to show you what is inside the generator. Okay, as we open this side here, you have the oil fill, which is located right here. You also have a recoil starter, backup recoil starter located right here. For whatever reason, if your electric start was not working, you'd want to use the backup recoil starter. Now, as we come into the back, you will see everything is completely enclosed. Your muffler is right here. As we go to the flip side of the generator, we are going to open this side panel. Now, on this side panel, you're going to see the spark plug, which is located behind this plastic box, your carburetor, your air filter. Now, everything you see has an enclosure. It's specifically designed to keep everything quiet. So this is the quick specs on the EU6500i. Here at RP Rentals, we rent, sell, and repair them. If you'd like any more information on this unit, you can go to www.rprentals.com or give us a call and we can help you out as much as we can.